Welcome to Paperweights, the podcast where two self-proclaimed gym rats and shooting enthusiasts delve into the world of literature with a sprinkle of humor. Although their biceps could crush a walnut, don't let that intimidate you. They also have a nerdy side. Mike and Brandon have a voracious appetite for reading, particularly in the fantasy genre, and they want to share their passion with you. So grab your protein shake and your favorite novel and join us for a humorous and insightful journey into the world of books with Paperweights.
Welcome back to another episode of the Paperweights. I'm your host, Brandon.
And Justin.
And today we will be finishing our discussion not only of Book 3 of the Licanius Trilogy, but of the entire Licanius Trilogy. This will be the final episode of it. So, kind of happy we're at the end there. Before we get started in the discussion, because I think we're gonna got a good bit to talk about here. We are sponsored by Mudcat Whiskers, which is a Louisiana small business that sells men's beard care products, candles, and colognes. So head on over to his website, mudcatwhiskers.com. And you can use code Paperweights at checkout, and you're going to save yourself 15%. I personally like the wash, conditioner, and butter combo at night, and then in the morning, I just put some a little bit of oil in the beard, and it stays looking pretty good. Right now, I need a little bit bushy. I need to go and get it trimmed. I get it trimmed when I get my hair trimmed, so. Yep. So, yeah, it's been other than that, it's been a week, a good week. Lots of physical activities. Done jiu-jitsu every day this week so far.
Yes.
And done a few days of lifting. Today was fun because I showed up at jiu-jitsu and I was the highest ranking belt that was there, and they're like, "Hey, it's gonna be open mat because all the coaches are out coaching a tournament this weekend or competing in it, one or both, and so it's gonna be open mat unless you want to teach something." And we had some day one people, so I was just
Thanks.
yeah, let me show some very basic side control escape, and have them drill it just so the guy is shown a technique on his first day.
Yeah.
So it was like, I don't know, there were four adults there and like four kids there, so not a huge crowd. So
Mm.
it was kind of fun. Uh, so
That's good.
Yep.
Get to teach somebody.
Yeah,
We'll do something a little different.
yeah, yeah. Um, Also teaching things makes you think about it in sometimes new ways of like, okay, how do I actually explain what I do in a way that people can kind of understand it and do it the same way?
Yeah, or like you know how to do it, but you haven't thought about why you're doing it this way for a while. So yeah, gives you more perspective. So
Yeah. And of course, last night I DM'd my third session of our Cosmere campaign here. So
yeah, good
uh,
good times.
yeah, I think I may have sold y'all on one character's take on another character uh, too much
Mm.
in one direction, but it's fine. It's fun. We'll see where it's going. I know I
Yeah.
used to years ago when I had like my first time DMing anything, I was kind of I was trying to railroad people into making certain decisions, and doing things. So this I'm trying to keep it a little more open and let y'all kind of go where y'all want to go, have your own opinions of things. So it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, just like any skill. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So but you're good. It's fun so far.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we don't exactly have a small group either.
Yeah.
7 players is a lot. for most games, most tabletop games. So,
Oh yeah.
but y'all do a good job of helping me out by just you know the decisions y'all make organically and splitting into different places sometimes makes it easier to break down and do chunks. So,
Eh,
all right, let's talk about Licanius.
talking about Licanius.
Yeah.
Remember?
Let's run through the whirlwind end uh
Yeah.
from chapter 41. So much happened in the last 12 chapters.
Yeah, so much and weirdly not a lot is kind of strange.
Yes, so much yeah, I was gonna say like so much happened, but not a whole lot of what I thought would happen. Like you called out a lot of things that I thought could go one way or the other also came to light. So a lot of our predictions came to be true.
Yeah.
Um, but still, there wasn't like I don't know. I think I was looking for more reveals about like certain things or
Yeah.
like I'll go ahead and say this right now. My least favorite moment for this is not like getting to see uh what Talcumar saw in the mirrors
Mm, let's see that. Yeah,
because
that would be nice.
it's like it seemed like it was like his reveal about what was at the bottom of this on the 24th floor or whatever it was seemed like it was gonna be something
Be important. Yeah.
big where it's like, okay, yeah, that was a truth that needed to come out into the book and now it makes like it connects the reader to something else, some
Yeah.
some drive for the character. And then it just kind of ended.
Yeah, especially not to start off the podcast comparing it to Wheel of Time, but there is a similar mechanic in Wheel of Time where Rand gets answers to the questions and it drives kind of his goals. And then we find out what his questions were and stuff, and it was kind of cool. But yeah, that didn't occur. Um, but yeah, yeah, a lot of stuff happened. It's really weird because I think I ended up landing on the Venerate side of the conflict.
So
I don't know about you,
explain what you mean with that.
but because basically the book is like, hey, we're just tied to fate, and we're just gonna go on. We're just gonna go on with being tied to the fate. Talkmore had to go back in time to get Davian to do the whole thing. Like it's basically like a 12 Monkeys or like a Looper type situation. Like that's what this story is ultimately about. They closed the portal, or whatever, which I'll get into that because that still makes no sense to me. And so now they can't like read their fate because they can't have Khan, but they're still tied to fate. Where the Venerant were like, hey, we're gonna break fate and like actually be able to like control our own lives. And I'm kind of on their side now. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, but
Now,
oddly,
whether or not they could do that is a debate that we didn't really get an answer to, weirdly. Um, but yeah,
yeah. So it's still, I don't know. That's such a weird. Um, it's such a weird opposing like question for the good and evil side in
yeah,
this for what's going on because we don't really get to see like okay why like I mean we got to see the a scene that had uh Shemaloth and kind of understand how like how much awe he brings to his presence there. And it's like, okay, I this is so amazing. I have to do what, like, it's too good. What I'm hearing is too good not to side with this type
Yeah.
thing. And that's a good villain. But the that was like, that might as well have been a very separate thing from the
Mhm.
Venerate versus Talcamar, and
Yeah.
Talcamar trying to not be a evil person anymore. Um,
Yeah.
because, like, all right, we didn't really see L.
No, we didn't see L at all.
Okay, so, like, Shemaloth exists. Does
Yes.
does L actually exist, or is
Who
Shemaloth a
and like
single deity in the world?
can
Like,
I bring out just I think I just misunderstood what happened. Is how does closing the rift at Dilanus seal away Shemaloth? Because Shemaloth existed like out in the world way before Dilanus got the rift got open. Because he created the Venerate, or he like was tempting the Venerate and did all this other bullshit. And like the Venerate existed, so Khan existed before Dilanus. So I don't know how. Do you understand that? I don't know how that does anything.
so what I think of, the kind of what I ended up attributing what was happening with Shemaloth coming for the rift is almost like a either one, the concept in D&D of having a like a if you put a bag of holding inside of another bag of holding, and it causes
Yeah,
some type of explosion. That, or he now has control to go through time and change things, or and bring more creatures from the Darklands over into the Lightlands.
sure. I get like how he could use it. I just don't understand how sealing it seals him away when he and the existence of Khan in this world existed before Dilanus was fractured, right? Unless Dilanus being fractured shook time so much that it allowed him to go 3,000 years and pop up and be like, "What's up?"
So I think,
But that didn't
and
get explained. I don't know.
the details of it, I don't recall everything, but I think we
Yeah,
have to go back a book or two whenever they're talking about Shemaloth versus L, and,
yeah,
like, the whole, like, one thought they won by sealing the world off from the other places.
yeah.
So I think he's trapped in the Shining Lands, and, like, there is no access to the Darklands. And then the Doresians had built Dilanus and the Javet to open a rift to the Darklands so that they could match the power.
But like Shemaloth was already doing shit before that. You know what I mean?
Yes, but it
And the
limited
Banes
his power.
existed too. Yeah. So like, I
Well, the
guess he's just
Banes,
gonna.
the Banes are a perverted version. They're like corrupted
Yeah.
beings from the
But
Shining.
they're like pure
That
con as well because they die when all the con goes away. It's just weird. I don't understand it. I just went with it, but like I was very confused. Um,
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to, like,
yeah,
I'm explaining how my mind
yeah, yeah.
conceptualized it, but it is very confusing. So
Ultimately, it didn't really matter. I just was like, okay, I guess that's gonna like save the day or close off the
it made
dark one.
it just provided that clock,
Yeah,
that clock mechanic for, oh my God, are we going to do this in time?
yeah.
Which I thought that was, like, in this section, that was one of my favorite, like, that I think that might have been my favorite chapter, the battle
When
with
they're
the Ilshara.
fighting on the bridge and stuff.
Yeah, and so, like,
Yeah,
the Ilshara closing right as this nebulous dark, shadowy smoke cloud got to it, and it's just banging, and you got the Banes on the outside smashing
Yeah.
themselves against it. Almost like mindless zombies, basically, just like
Mm.
keep throwing yourself against the thing till you overwhelm it type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was cool. Um, I think you said it, but this section also had one of the dumbest character deaths.
It had like five dumbest character deaths. Um,
There's one that's super
well,
stupid.
like four of them happen off screen, which is really annoying. Because Skriner just gets fucking killed off screen. Fessy was killed off screen. Aaron's basically killed off screen. I thought I missed a chapter there when he pops up. Um, yeah, Nithgala gets unceremoniously. Yeah, it's like I really wish. I do think it really needed a fourth book.
Yeah, at least four, maybe five.
Yeah, because like
And that would have allowed him to incorporate more of
the,
the DT and
the
Aelric.
yes, which
Because
that
hello, like did I read it wrong? But um Seer is alive, right?
no, he's dead. He like pop. So I think there's like a sentence where he like popped up and like gave Elric the crazy armor that we're not going to talk about, and then like killed himself. But maybe not. I don't know. They're basically like, we'll talk about that later, which we, aka never. And I know there's like afterward after the book where he's like, hey, I wanted to make and write another book, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
I'm like, cool. That doesn't really help me.
yeah.
Because like this really reminds me, all right, slight, I'm not even gonna really say anything, but slight spoilers for Thorn of Glass series. In between the final book and book five, there is basically a side book that's perspective of another character, and he's like the main character. And they do stuff that is very important for the final book. That if that book didn't exist and all that shit still happened, would be very unsatisfying. Because that book existed, it's really good. And that's what I feel like. I felt like this book, he should have either published the novella at the same time or something. Or just split this book into two books and have it be a quadrilogy or whatever it's called. To have that, and it would give him more time to like give a lot of these characters that I liked more satisfying deaths.
hmm
Um, like Terrace's death was okay, but even then it was like, oh, he's dead. All right, bye. Like you didn't really have time to like sit with it or anything like that. Um, yeah, like Shriner is like the big bad kind of ally guy, literally dies off screen in a way that like we'll get to that, I guess, if we summarize. But like that was so unsatisfying because I literally what I was talking about right now. I literally thought I missed something because you just like Talkmar wakes up and they're captured. I'm like, wait, were they are like? But it's weird. Didn't say anything about Aaron and Scriner being captured, so that just randomly happened. It was weird.
Yeah, like I had so this is the last thing I'll state
Yeah,
before I'll let you do the just run through the summary real quick.
yeah,
So like, all right, they meet on Colette, who's a Neskian, and
yes.
they're like, hey, are you the leader of this? Oh no, Warlord Amar is. And then what, from my understanding, Warlord Amar is Seer,
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
but yeah. Anyway, and then there was that red armor. It was like
Yeah,
Elric
and I
came.
guess Elric's missing an arm now.
Yes, he is missing an
Yeah,
arm. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, anyway, they show up and save CJ there, but like, all right, well, how the fuck did we get there?
yeah.
Hey,
It was,
maybe I'll let you know in the future, but maybe not. Like, okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen, But it was just really funny when DTA was like, "It's a long story. I'll tell you later." I'm like, "Tell me right now."
Yeah.
Uh, but anyway, yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. Overall, it didn't really change my view on the book. I did not cry. I'm curious what it's probably when he meets his wife. It's when he cry at the end before he dies. Um, I would guess that's where you're crying at. But anyway, I did not. I thought it was rushed ending and ultimately just the way the story is a little unsatisfying because it is basically a story about it's basically like a story of time loops and fate ultimately, which is interesting. It's just kind of funny. It's just not what I thought it was going to be.
Uh, yeah.
But we can go ahead and start unless you got anything else before
Sorry, I was
we
looking
rant.
up something about Amar and Seer.
Are they the same person?
Oh, I
Well,
don't know. Like, that's
uh,
what I thought, but on this wiki it said I don't fucking know.
yeah.
Seer met Elric and Dita and may have helped control Metaniel from killing Davian.
Who's Matane? I don't
That was the dude. That was the guy in
know.
the fighting ring.
Oh,
The
oh,
Coliseum thing.
sure.
Like, okay. I don't know how they got
Um,
there, but anyway,
I like your
let's run through.
I like your idea better. That like his mother trained the resistance to recognize him and like did the thing. That's a cooler headcanon than um with that story. Um,
What did I mention again?
I
His
said
mother?
that if the lady was actually his mother, maybe she like trained the resistance to watch out for Davian, and then so when he saw him, he did like the maneuver to say like I'm a resistance member or something.
I don't know. Well,
I mean that's what you said last week. I don't know. I guess you forgot it.
I remember I said something about that, but I didn't remember. I don't remember who I said.
Yeah, that's just cool headcanon. But we can go ahead and start run through this real quick. I did pretty bare bones notes. I'll be like, there's fighting. uh, we start with Takamar. Him and Asha meet up with Weir and Terrace. Terrace is like, "Hey, did you bring Davian to me when he was a child?" And Takamar's like, "No, not yet," but he doesn't know that yet. He's like, "No, but plants the seed." Let's see. Oh yeah, Takamar's like, "Hey, they think I'm a god, so I'm gonna go down and talk to them. Maybe I can convince them not to do the crazy shit." And they're like, "Ah, that's kind of a bad idea, but sure, go ahead." And Asha goes with them. This section has a lot of stuff to do with traps. I totally forgot what they are. I guess they just like suck essence in. I forgot about that. 'Cause there's a lot of traps that shield essence, or I don't remember.
Yeah, basically, it's almost like a block for essence where you can't
Yeah,
you can't really use it in the area. Some might be wards or alarms, like if
yeah.
something goes off.
But yeah, I kind of forgot all about those. But there's a bunch of those in the camp. They go down. Takamar's like, "Hey, I'm your god," and they're like, "Cool, prove it. Stab yourself with this really cool looking spear." So he does, and it's like, haha, psych. This one drains you of all your power, and he like dies, but falls unconscious. Um, it's a trap. Uh, Asha's hidden in the camp. He wakes up. Spriner is dead on the ground, and Aaron's like, "Hey, what's up? I'm gonna go die because I foresaw it. I have foreseen it." So he goes and gets hot. Rip Aaron. Um, then let's see. Oh, I have to go to Asha now. Asha, she's hiding. waiting for Tal. She's like, oh, she figures out that he's been captured. She goes and breaks him out. She pretends to be like a hunter, bruschetta type, flirts with the dude and stuff. They have a big fight and they get out and they go back to Weir and they're like, hey, that didn't work, but we're off to go get Davian. And Weir's like, all right, I'm gonna go die because I'm just gonna try to like hold them off as long as I can, but we're kind of screwed. So now they go to Davian. Davian is just going through this real fast.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
Davian's testing the vessels. They work. He turned into a Dargathan. Nithgal's like, that's pretty cool. You should go study that. Uh, then he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go to Zavelar, and then Talcamar and Asha go into the city. So Nithgal's like, I'm gonna go to them. And he's like, so Takamar, or not Takamar, Davian starts going to Zavalar. He ends up fighting Cassandra with in Fessie's body. So Fessie did, in fact, die off screen. So rip. Um, he wins. It's a cool fight. He goes to Zavalar. Uh, he gives them the vessels. It's like breaking apart, and there's a lot of lots of shit. Um, and then they like clink all the bracelets, and then it doesn't work on his mother, and she's like, "What's going on?" And Takamar's like, "Abortion," but he doesn't say that. It's just he does it. But Davian's the special child, so he still lives. But so they all run away. I mean, they don't run away, but they zap
Insert
back
time
to the
stream and go back.
infrared time stream. Yeah. Then let's see. Weird. Okay, Weird is they're fighting. They're slowly losing. They're getting pushed back. Shauna dies. So rip Shauna. That was the shadow, like shadow leader lady. Um, then basically right as they're fixing to die, the nests appear and they arrive. They save him, and Aditya in particular saves him. Uh, there's a lot of like Neskian politics about land and they're now citizens and blah 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 blah. It doesn't really matter because the book ends before that becomes important. If there's a sequel series, that will matter.
And Weir has to deal with that. Like,
Yeah, Weird's like, all right, I gotta deal with Nesky and stuff. That weirdly, the southern armies or whatever, they don't matter at all in this book, which was kind of interesting. Um, I guess he might be. I guess he's set up for maybe another trilogy or something. I don't know. Or just he was gonna do something with it and decided it was gonna be too much time or something like that. I don't know, but they don't matter. He like looks out. They're at the columns are at the Sinarium. They're fixing to blow it up. He's like, "Shit! Attack!" They all attack. A dude in cool magic armor appears in shard plate, and he punches the columns to death, which is kind of insane. He uses an arm. We find out it's Elric. He's like, "Hey, I leveled up off screen." And it's like, oh, that was cool. And they're like, hey, now that we're Neskian citizens, we can't help you out, Dylanus. Also, we would just get instantly killed by a million Banes, so we can't do shit. And they're like, cool, we're interiors.
good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, the only thing that really matters with the nest is they break the columns, and so it doesn't like nuke the entire thing. So that's cool, I guess. Then Weir and Terrace go to Dylanus through like the portal stones or whatever. And then let's see. Okay. Sorry. My
We need to
wait,
get
no,
back to Caden.
yeah, would be top mark. Yes, they're at Ishan Gadalteth. They're like, hey, we're gonna go get Licanius back. It's in like the portal to hell. And Nethgala's like, hey, what's up? I'm Nethgala. I'm gonna go with you because I love you, Takamar, even though you're such a dick to me. Um, they go down. The devil's like, "Hey, you can do what you want. Like, I'm cool. What do you want? You're like, okay, I'm sad. I'm sad that you're like mean to me." And then they're like doing this. He's kind of like, I mean, you could date like Candace. I don't care. Um, they're like doing little like essence bubbles and getting influenced. Find out that Nethgala killed Caroline, so rip her. Uh, which, and then there's like all these like onglots and shit in there.
Okay,
Um, yeah,
before you go further though, that vision of Caroline getting killed
yeah, it's cool.
was weird. Like, because when I read it, I was like, how the how the fuck did Talcumar not realize? Like, is this another memory where it reads like Talcumar killed Caroline?
Yeah, because it's supposed to, because it's Nethgala's memory.
Okay. Yeah, most of the other ones, it was obvious that somebody you were wrong.
Yeah,
This one seemed like, yeah. Anyway, but I mean, right after where he cast her into the pit, I was like, oh, okay, well, she killed him. She killed
yeah,
him. It's like,
yeah. And like, hot take, Falcomar, you should have treated Nethgala better.
maybe. I mean, but
Like, she was basically your wife, and like,
she was a
could it?
scroll.
No, she wasn't. We don't even know.
She was a scroll. She,
Yeah, she was cool. Get over it. You've lived thousands of years, and you were with your wife like 20 or something. Get over it. Get with Nethgala.
yeah.
And like, or at least use her so she stops killing people, and you can like work with her. Like instead of just being like, I hate you, or kill her. Like there, you should have dealt with her a long time ago. But anyway, justice for Nethgala. She did all the work. She created the barrier in the shadows and everything. I mean, she killed a lot of people and wasn't a great person, but Takuma's not also not a good person. They also get memories of Takumar doing more atrocities, even though Rayleigh forgave him for some stupid reason. He's like, Takumar, I know you're like the most evil genocidist that's ever existed, but you're a good person. It's like, nah, whatever. But that was kind of funny. Um,
I mean,
it
that's the
really,
big question of the book is,
it really reminded me of the end of WandaVision, where they're like, they'll never realize what you went through after all after she like kidnapped the entire town and like forced them to be in a TV show. But
yeah,
yeah,
spoiler alert.
but yeah, I mean
Nobody
that's
talks
it.
about WandaVision.
Yeah, nobody talks about WandaVision. Um, but yes, so Rip Nestala. I mean, I guess not really. She just went back to her home. I don't know. We don't really know what the Shadowlands are, which is another thing that's a little annoying. Um,
Yeah.
maybe it's a nice place. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, she didn't seem to like it, but I thought we were at least going to get like a vision of the Shadowlands or something.
There's a lot of things I thought we were gonna get but didn't get.
Yeah, but yeah. Uh, wait, where am I? Yes. So, oh yeah, Talon, then like Takamura, like then like Licanius does himself, and then like Davian
I'm
shows,
pretty
or
sure
or
an
somebody like
Algoriat.
he gets killed. I don't really remember. Um,
Yeah, don't get the Algoriats show up and
yeah, I'll very retro it, but he's like turning. He gets rid of his spark, or not spark, but essence. Um,
yeah, so Davian shows up because like Caden's becoming super fucking depressed and he's like, yeah, I did all those things. I'm not worthy of living. I'm gonna kill myself. And then Davian shows up is like, no, you've changed. Like you're like you deserve to live out the rest of your life and make a difference because you've changed. And
yeah,
then the Banes show up and they stab like this Myers. They showed up. They stabbed him with Licanius. Um,
he got stats instead of like case. I didn't write down the exact thing.
yeah. And then
But
David started using his time magic to
yeah,
just
Daving is like Super Saiyan now, basically. Because he kills like hundreds of Banes in like this entire section. Um, Bane's really got power crept in this section. Um, and then Asha like just feeds essence into Topmar, keeping him alive because he doesn't have a thing. That is that. Oh yes. So yeah, they fight off the Ungolots and shit, and then they like retreat out of the Dark Ones area. I don't really know. It's like a little pocket dimension almost. With Licanius, and they're like, all right, oh shit, the barrier's down. All right, well, we need to go to Atlantis. So they head off to Atlantis. First, they kill Diara, so she's still trapped in a dream. So they kind of just murk her. Then they're like, all right, we're gonna go to Atlantis. We're gonna go kill Cassandra, and we're gonna make a barrier around the city so the Dark One can't get in. Shemalov can't get in, and then I'm gonna go do something. And we're like, cool. Or Talcmore's like, I'm gonna go do something. Let's see. Weir, oh yeah, Weir is now with them. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're at my combo now. Right. Sorry, it's weird.
yeah, you already gave the next chat. You already summarized the next chapter. So
Okay, I'll just
next
do.
one, they all meet up in.
Yeah, they all meet up. They like infiltrate the city basically. Um, they by using the way that Nethgala got them like going underneath in the waves and going up through the Cenarium and shit that happened in book 2. They fight Cassandra. They kill him basically. It's a kind of cool fight. And then like Licanius is getting sucked into the portal or something, if I remember correctly, and Davian grabs it and he's gonna get sucked in, and then they all like form a little link to like drag him back, and Taurus dies. Rip Taurus. Um, surprised he lasted so
Yeah,
long.
essentially, that was like Cassandra's last thing. It was like, haha, without Licanius, you can't complete your mission. I'm gonna take it through the
Yeah,
portal here.
yeah,
So
because Alaris is still alive. Then basically they're like, all right, I'm gonna. Talcomar's like, all right, I'm gonna go kill Alaris and do the thing, and then y'all go make the portal around and like protect Asha basically. Uh, and then so that's basically what happens. Asha makes a portal around the city for the Shemalov, hits the barrier, draws all the Banes. There's a cool fight. Weir somehow doesn't die, but so and basically they're like chilling. They're fighting. It's really hard for Asha to concentrate. It's not really much to talk about that. It's a cool fight. And then they're like, "Hey, we won!" And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go get married." And oh, also before all that, Davian gets severed from the pawn or whatever, so he can kill the. They use the little
the,
the,
is it
the
the
sever.
sever or the tort? I mean,
Yeah, they
it's
use this.
basically a sever that they use.
Yeah, they use a sever, and then like they use a magic device to keep them alive, basically. Uh,
That's
but
the same. That's the same thing that
this,
they had
yeah,
connected Talcamar to, that connects
yeah,
to Asha, right?
I think so.
So there's basically a lifeline leash of essence flowing from Asha into Davian. It's almost like a reverse siphon.
Yeah, yeah. So he doesn't have to die because he never died.
He's always been dead.
Well, he's always been dead, but he's also never been killed by Archidivine.
Right.
Yes. So it always has to happen. Whoa. Um, oh yeah, so like Asha's like, oh, we'll get married and like we'll do stuff. And then we need to do something about the Lith and another book that me and you are gonna imagine. I thought that was funny. She's like, "Yeah, it looks like they're gonna come try to kill me for some reason, so that's gonna be a thing." Anyway, we're gonna go like bone, and then Weir's like, "I'm now the king, and I gotta go do stuff with Nisk in another book that I would probably read." Uh, and they're like, "Ah, Takamaru's cool. Too bad he's dead." Then there's the epilogue where Takamaru is in the time stream. Basically, he goes and is like, "Hey, Naya, the in lady,
Naya.
Naya from Zevalarsh." He's like, "Hey, I've popped up and I'm gonna go. This is Davian. What's up? I need to grab him to put him with terrorists." He gets a little bit, and he's also like, "Hey, in like 30 or 30 years or whatever, in the present day, you should go down and like see Davian when because the barrier is gonna be down." She's like, "Cool, I'll do that." Um, which we'll say we didn't get that little reunion, but maybe in book four. Um, then he goes and meets his wife again, and they like talk. It's whatever. He's like, "I love you," and then he's like, "I'm not gonna tell you this is gonna happen because you know what I was half expecting him to be. I was thinking he was gonna end up being the guy that kills his wife to start the whole process.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
that didn't
thought I,
cross
I
my
thought
mind.
I thought that was gonna happen because that was really random. It's just this random dude that like kills his wife after their wedding. So I was like, huh, that's really weird. Maybe he'll do that, but he's not. He ends up like talking to her, and then like they have a little cute conversation or kind of fluff. Um, and then he goes, "Man,
His whole
it was
life was flashing before his eyes, and
yeah."
he wanted one last moment with his wife before he.
It was not bad, but it was just not really much to talk about, really. Yeah.
That might
Then
have been
he,
the emotional thing that made people cry.
yeah, I could see it. It did. You could obviously tell it hit me, that way. I was like, cool, all right. Then he travels back in time, and time shapeshifts into Davy and like kills himself. Basically, he gets killed by himself, and starts the whole cycle going. Which I
And most
guess,
importantly, at the end, Talcamar smiles.
yeah, he smiled before.
No,
Does he not?
no,
Whatever.
he hasn't smiled in a long time.
Has he not, man?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he has nothing to smile about.
I
Kind of
mean,
evil.
he's not warm. He will never be warm again.
Because he's dead.
Yeah.
He's
That
dead.
do you catch where I pulled that from?
Uh, my brain's not working right now. So what? Where is that from?
Stormlight Archives.
Yeah.
You will be warm
Spoilers.
again.
Yes.
It's not a spoiler because I didn't mention any character's name at all.
I don't know. Some people think if any mention of anything, little thing, is a spoiler. Because now
Eh,
people are gonna be like, "Where's warmth at?"
yeah,
Oh.
warm. You will be warm. Oh my God, what does this mean?
Yeah, that's basically so. It's basically like I said, it's a big time loop storyline where they all did the thing to do the thing. Where it's not the thing where you would originally kind of thought it was going to be, where it's about breaking the time loop and like controlling your own destiny, things like that. It's kind of just, um, yeah, fulfilling the time loop, which is cool, but it was not what I was expecting.
Oh, I mean, he had to die. He was actually dying anyway. So
Oh
the
yeah,
fact that he killed himself uh,
that was
doesn't change the
funny.
fact that he was going to die anyway.
Yeah, that was funny though. All the augurs are dead. Even so, that at like Lith, like contingency thing didn't even matter, which was interesting.
Well, yeah, but it was like Talcamar
Yeah,
couldn't kill
I'm
them.
just saying that didn't come into play.
Eh,
Which I
There's
thought
so
it
much that doesn't come into play that's
that
introduced
is
in
true.
here. I mean, a lot of it, I give him credit. A lot of it's kind of cool shit. And but that's the issue that I had. It's like, here's some cool shit, and I'm like, all right, this is gonna pop up later and be something, and it's gonna have an impact. And you're gonna be like, oh, that was really cool. But then it's like, okay, it was basically just introduced to achieve a specific thing, and then the thing that it achieved and finished on screen just like wasn't too climactic and just kind of fell
Yeah,
flat. Um, but and that's the weird thing because it's good writing. Like I
yeah,
finished this in 2 days. I finished the last section like in 2 days because I wanted to find out like
yeah.
what was gonna happen. So he does a good job of keeping you like continuing to read despite all of his faults. Um, and I don't think it's his fault, right? I think I think he had more story that he wanted to write, and he basically, I don't know, I felt like he got screwed over by his editors, and
I
instead of
mean, we would never know that, but unless he's publicly said it.
no, no, not purposely, but like, you know, like when you read the little foreword or afterword of about
Yeah,
Elric and Dizia, it's like, okay, well, yeah, but something should have been like put in the other books and done more of it was just it was so edited down, and could have been like a fear of it becoming too long and
yeah. It's already like a
continuously going,
pretty
I
long
need to write
book.
another book.
Yeah, like, but also weirdly, I don't know how much this book would benefit it from like 100 pages of the Elric stuff inside of it. You know what I mean?
Right, so I'm talking more
Unless it was
about
a
the
different
series as a whole.
yeah. But I think honestly, I think it might, and it might be the editors, but I think it was poor planning in a sense. So like, I think the plot was planned out because you would either that. Or I don't think it was like, oh, I did this future thing, so now I need to like figure out how to do it. I think it was like plotted out, but like how to get there wasn't really thought out as well as it could have been. So it had to kind of like he was kind of having to like force some things at the ocean. Is what I feel like.
I can see
Um,
that too.
where like yeah, he had like I bet like the Talcamar and like the Davian stuff. He like that's what he plotted out first and like knew that shit. And then like how to like get there, and then he was like kind of like hamstrung on things to like do. But yeah, yeah, 'cause it's weird. And like it's been my entire like weird disconnect through this entire series where like all the weird stuff and like the politics of like this semi big country. I never really cared about it. So like all the nests, just because it seems so small scale for this storyline, even though the storyline is kind of small scale, weirdly. Um, like it only involves really one country for the most part until a little bit of like Desriel, but doesn't really matter. The the Venerant don't really do much, even though they could totally have just like wrecked everybody if they really wanted to. Which that's another thing, but that's maybe the fate kind of stops it from doing that.
I mean,
Um,
in the past they wrecked a bunch of people.
yeah, but like they don't like if they wanted to win, they could have just and that's the thing about like it's kind of also the thing with like the Forsaken in real time, where like it And the Forsaken hat, you have the thing where like they bicker and they like plot against each other and stuff. And like that. So they always have they can't really overextend or else maybe somebody will stab them in the back. And there's like some there's at least a little bit, but like this, like if they really wanted to, they could just like have one.
Yeah.
Like there's really like from like book one basically.
Yeah.
And there's like the whole thing of like, oh maybe the Lith will come out of the place and like attack them, but we never saw Lith do that. So yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, and like another thing I think about is like the armor, the telesthesia armor, right? Okay,
Yeah,
it was a big plot point of, oh, what are these in book one? It's like, what are these things in this weird armor? Okay, it's made with Dargathan skills. Okay. And then we see in book two all the flashbacks of the Venerate and them being attacked by people wearing this armor, and then it's connected to a person that can kind of hive mind control them. We see
yeah.
them in the battle with uh,
Book
the
one.
Desrealites at the end of this book, but it's like, okay,
Well, they
you
don't.
introduced it, it's cool.
I don't think they have that armor in that fight
I,
because they would have won super fast if they had Tellus and Banes.
there was another scene in this at the end of this book, I swear.
Alaric has like something like that armor, but it's different. But maybe I don't know. It's kind of
Right,
all
but
blended
I'm
together.
just, but regardless if
Yeah,
whatever that it introduced something cool. It gave some hints here, but then made you feel like characters were questioning, like, what's the purpose of this? How does this work? They were missing something about how this is working. And made me want to know more and feel like there was going to be more about that coming through.
yeah.
And like other things like so either he loves to put red herrings all over the damn place. But I look for things like, in book two when they crossed over the boundary and they right in near the scene with Ishel getting connected with the Elatai, that room they went in that had the armor in
Yeah.
the corner and a desk with some writing and stuff.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, what's this about? This obviously should come up later about whose room that was and what they were doing and everything. And so it we get an unanswered question and it's I don't know, it made me
Yeah.
want more. His writing is good and it made me want more about
Yeah.
certain things, but the overall putting together of the story and what came out seemed incomplete.
Yeah. No, it was one of those that made me laugh. It was Talcamar's like ghost demon or whatever that was in Dylanus that he goes into town. He's like, oh, I guess Cassandra killed him. I was like, oh yeah, that guy existed. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
oh
It's
yeah,
like
from book one.
book one or two, and like he's like Lord Talcamar, and it's like this crazy demon thing. I don't know how
It was
you
like the
know.
reason why nobody went into
Yeah,
Dylanus.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like made by Talcamar, and then I was just like, oh yeah, that guy existed. And I guess he's like, oh yeah, I guess what's his face is dead because Cassandra's here. I'm like, oh yeah, forgot about that guy.
Yeah, it's just like I always think about this scene in Buckaroo Banzai when they go and they see the hydraulic press and the watermelon. And it's like, what's that used for? He goes, ask me later. I'll let you know. Like,
Yeah,
what? Like I was invested. I was like, I want to know, and we never get it. Like,
yeah, yeah. Like I don't know, it's weird. It's good writing. Though I will say the one thing that really irked me was all the kind of like disrespectful way he killed off characters that I
yes,
cared
that was
that I cared
bothersome.
about. I that was like that's my like least favorite thing. Like Skriner deserved a on-screen good death. Like maybe not a heroic death, but like a good death. Same thing with Aaron. Same thing with Fessy. Um,
I
you know,
mean, Cole seemed like the only one that we got a good on-screen death for.
yeah, he was like the least, well, one of the least. No, he was actually pretty important, book one.
Yeah, he was important in book one,
Yeah,
but
he
all
was
the
that was
other
a good
ones that we
death.
got to know over the course of 3 books, he's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, they went off and then they died here. Oh, they're dead? Okay, all right.
yeah, it's like rip. Yeah, it's like I. That's why I like wish there was more, like either different another book so it could have like expanded upon it, or just kind of figure out what was more important, I guess, to kind of. I also think if I would recommend it, I think he needed less Venerate. It's kind of it's another thing with Wheel of Time, but at least in Wheel of Time you have a shit ton of books, so you get to know them. Like with so many, like we don't know really any of them. So when they fight or when they die, like the only one I remember is
Ciliar.
Ciliar, and she was cool, but she died. Book two, and like it was like who was Alaris again? What did he do? Oh, they never really explained how Cassandra like. I mean, I guess they kind of did, with his army of dead corpses or whatever. But like, yeah, so like, and like we never met Seer. We never. So there's like a lot of them that existed, and we just don't really care about it all. So I think if we did like
I
six or
don't even
seven or something. I don't even remember all. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't even remember like Andrail, who really fucking important,
he
built
like
Licanius.
yeah, he
I
built
don't
like
think
Canaan.
they explained what happened to him.
Did he die in book one, two? No, did he kill himself? I don't remember. He might have killed himself. I mean, you can look up shit now. So
Yeah. Fate of Andrail, Licanius trilogy. Andrail's death is largely a mystery.
ah, that's good to know.
Dies prior to the events of Licanius trilogy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We never actually saw him on screen. Yeah, so like that. That's why I felt like a lot of the fights, I didn't really go into them. They were just kind of like they didn't have as much emotion behind them because I didn't really know any of the characters.
Yeah, that was a big thing too, right? So it's like you don't get to know the characters. The deaths of characters we see on screen weren't ones we spent a lot of time with.
Hmm.
And then so it was almost like a checkbox on a quest, right? Like, oh,
Yeah,
that one's dead. Oh, that one's dead.
you know what it kind of felt like to me, the end of Harry Potter, where she was like, and then this person, this random student got killed, and you're like, oh no, that guy, and like a lot of them, I mean, some of them like Lupin or whatever. I think yeah, he dies. Like they matter a little bit, but a lot of them are just, oh no, that guy died. Just to like
Yeah.
kind of like give you it, like kind of like Shauna. I'm like, oh no, Shauna. I put her in there just for kicks. But yeah, so like, yeah, like it's not bad, but yeah, it definitely felt a little. I felt the ending was a little anticlimactic. I'm not gonna. I wish he like met Elle or like I don't know something crazy happened. It kind of just completed the time loop, and I was like, oh, okay, it's done. All right.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
hey, this is the end point. But like, and I told you, I went back and I read the prologue and I was like, oh, okay, now a lot of the things that he's telling, like, okay, this is Talcamar talking to Shemela. I understand a lot of these things. These things have happened in this series. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, this is cool. Oh, he mentions the mirrors. Oh, and he's like, I've seen the truth. It's like, okay, we're gonna find out what the truth is. No.
He
Like
kind of said like
there were
he was.
promises set up in that prologue that
Yeah.
weren't delivered. Like, regardless if you understand what the fuck, which you don't, what the fuck was going on in the prologue when you first read it,
Oh no, yeah,
like,
it makes zero
if,
sense.
if you go back and read it after the book, you're like, oh, okay, I understand these things, but I feel unfulfilled. Like, there were promises about what this stuff is, but okay, we just got mentioned that they happened, and like, okay, what's the
Yeah,
details of it?
yeah, yeah. It's weird because I like agree with you. It's really well written. I just don't think it's well plotted. Like I think the plot is maybe not even bad, just kind of underwhelming, I guess.
Yes.
So I don't think like the actual plot, once you understand, it's just like a millennia long time loop story where it's all about fate and they just kind of they don't break free of fate. Um, they just kind of in the end obfuscate fate. There's so they're still just kind of chilling. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm curious about his sci-fi trilogy. So I wonder if like a different,
The will of the many,
yeah,
the
like a
few.
different actual storyline, and get out of this kind of like predetermined destiny thing will be better. I think that might do that sometime.
Yeah, the Hierarchy series.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be a trilogy.
yeah, it's got all, I think all three are out.
There is no spice to be found in that book, by the way.
Which way?
The will of the many.
Oh, it, it just tells you that.
It's it was on
Um,
Google where people ask,
well now I
is
can't
will
read
of the
it.
many spicy? No, there is no spice to be found, LOL.
Just bland.
There's like maybe one kiss that is so chaste and uninvolved. You hardly register it at all.
I mean, that is the same as Licanius. It Asha didn't get to smooch. Um,
Well, we have Naya and Rayleigh.
yeah, that's
That's
also
the
pretty bad.
biggest.
Yeah, I mean, there's like all of our characters get paired up at the end. The ones that are still alive. So Davian and Asha and Weir and what face.
Deets.
For all we know, that her brother has like a Neskian wife back home. It's like long story.
Long story. I'll tell you some later.
I'll tell you some later, and maybe maybe a book now. Uh, like I would probably read another book in this like world. It would need to be like a different genre or something. You know what I mean? Like the weird political machinations could be interesting if you did it like Game of Thronesy and it actually kind of mattered. There's a new country now with the boundary down and everything like that. So could be cool.
Yeah, I mean,
It
we
just
got.
you get away from all the fate stuff and you just don't even talk about it.
Yeah, he kind of mentioned so it's interesting. It was not right in your face, but it was almost like a um kind of an anti-war thing where not necessarily anti-war, but people don't necessarily get to choose where they were born. I mean, they don't get to choose where they were born. So where you're born is where you live and you grow up. But all these places, where you were born doesn't automatically make you evil or on one side of a conflict. Uh, you're not choosing to be on a specific side of the conflict. So like we got to see, we're told several times that there's like people, there's civilization and societies in Talon Gol on the other side of the boundary.
Yeah.
And, like they're just trying to survive, and a lot of them are like not really for the Venerate. They're not sided with the Venerate, and so um, that was just kind of interesting
Yeah.
too. Again, it doesn't matter much, but he presents it.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been cool. Now that we know that both of his parents are basically rebels. One's the one that started the rebellion, the other one, I guess, is just chilling, uh, trying not to die. I hope she might. She might have beat him. For all we know. It was 20 years in the boundary, uh, but yeah, it would have been kind of cool to have more of that. Um, if but it would just been a kind of a different, novel structure wise.
Yeah, I don't even know if we also like all of the named swords. I don't think we got to see them.
No, because we got
We got
I
Knowing,
where did
Slayer.
Whisper go?
Was it Whisper or
Was
Slayer?
wasn't Whisper Nethgala's sword or the Brushava sword?
I thought Slayer was the Pershada sword.
Maybe. There was what? We saw three,
Yeah,
two
Slayer
Slayer.
was the Pershada sword. He left it in the fucking grass, like in book one. Like,
Uh, so Whisper was Nethgala's sword.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Eh, there were six total. I was just looking at notes from
Yeah.
the very first thing. Not six total swords. Sorry, the oh my gosh. Why can't I remember their names? The creatures that
The Banes.
not the Banes,
Oh,
but the
did you think we were gonna see a builder?
yes. We
Yeah,
got
me
nothing
too.
about that either.
Yeah, we didn't really get any builders.
But
Um,
what are those things called? The two that were in the that exploded in
wait,
hmm?
what are you talking about?
the the damn why can't I the there were four of them like they had augur ability. Well, no, they didn't have augur abilities. One had the augur abilities.
Oh, the Shutteth.
The Shutteth, yeah, there you go. Why can't I? Why? Wow,
Didn't they all die?
they did all die. But
Yeah.
I was just reading the quote from book
Uh,
one from the Watcher or whatever. So for myself and my siblings, four hunt, one hides, cognizant of what he is, a true traitor, an Esherai. So that was
that
Ray,
was Rayla.
not Ray Leth, but
No, Rethgar.
Rethgar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I watch. So Rethgar and then him, and then there was four
Yeah.
others. Interesting. Just interesting to just go back and see where we were at certain points.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird book. I don't know how I feel about it.
I
I
don't
think
know either. Like, I'm glad I read it. I had fun
yeah,
reading
it
it.
was fun.
I don't think I don't think there was any chance I would have DNR'd
No,
this
no.
series.
They're really easy reads.
So
Like I would have finished. I would probably would have tore through 'em. And I could see like, you know, if it's one of your first like fantasy novels or something like that, it'd be a really good like first-ish fantasy novel. I could see it being really impactful. When you don't kind of see the similarities of book one to real time and things like that, it's a little bit more fresh. The characters are good enough. actually, I liked all the characters. Like all the POV characters are cool. What they did sometimes weren't as interesting as it could have been for me. Um, so yeah, like I said, like it's like the quintessential 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, where it's like has a lot of flaws, but it's not one of those ones where like it's not like a 6 out of 10 where you're like it's shit, but I like it. It's like a 6 out of 10 where I'm like it's good writing, but it has a lot of flaws, kind of for me.
Yeah, I know, I understand.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
interesting.
to me, Throne of Glass is the opposite. It's like this is kind of shitty, but
I love
I
it.
guess
It's so
it's
fun.
not terrible, but
Yeah, it's not great writing, but it's really fun.
yeah.
And I will say that I really like see that book is the opposite, where like it starts off really bad and it starts getting good, and then like the final book's really good. I really like the final book. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading it. Um, I'm
Yeah, like, what are you on book three?
yeah, Heir of Fire.
Yeah.
I'm
So
like I'm like
basically
2/3 of the
that's
way through it.
basically that's the start of the actual series. Like, like it basically turned into a different series. It's really funny. Um, and like you get a lot more characters and like main character even has a different name. Um, and it's like it's basically a entirely different storyline. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they're fun. We if you continue on it, maybe we'll do like book seven as a podcast. 'Cause I think book seven's really good.
Well, I might be down for that.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No, no, I think that's a good closing. I I I would read the next novella if he ever puts it out.
I would too.
Because I'm very curious about it, and they seem like cool characters, even though they don't really do much in this storyline. Um, so I would definitely read it. I don't know if I would ever reread this trilogy, but I would read that, and I'd read book four if he puts it out.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a pretty good endorsement for me, kind of not liking the series. I think it's well written and fun. That's kind of where my
Yeah,
praise.
maybe years down the road I might go revisit it and go, huh, what was this about again?
Yeah, yeah, never is a strong word, but it would take me a while. I'd be like, oh yeah, Licanius, that was fun, and like I'll reread it again, but it'd be way down the road.
Yeah, but if you put like this next to Mistborn or some of the
Yeah,
other Cosmere books, or I don't know, I might reread Wheel of Time
sometimes you
before
do.
reading this. But I don't know.
Yeah, I
Wheel of
mean,
Time's fun just to remind yourself of the things.
yeah, and like it would be a fun reread because you would actually understand what's going on the entire time. So that'd be fun. I'm curious how much better it is on a reread.
Yeah.
So maybe one day.
All right. Well, that's the end of that series.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll do. I know we discussed. It's short. It's like 50 pages. Short story novella. Loch Lamora and the Bottled Serpent.
I'm down
Uh,
to do that.
might be the next one we record before I go on. Excuse me. Before I go on a vacation. Um, and then after that, we can figure out what we want to do.
Yeah.
To keep this being fun. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Having fun.
yeah, it's it really is to me as social as I am, but I like to read. being able to talk to other people about books while y'all are both reading them and like experiencing them is fun. And
Yeah,
as
and it's
opposed
something,
to somebody that read something a while back and you're reading it now, and then like,
and they're going, "Oh yeah, did that happen? Oh wait, that didn't happen yet. I can't talk about it. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's a because it's experience I probably I don't think I've ever really had like being able to talk because you can talk about TV shows and stuff and movies as they happen, but like books, it's very rare unless it's like Harry Potter or something that everybody's reading or like new Game of Thrones back when that was still a thing. Um, so yeah, it's pretty rare and it's really fun.
yeah.
And and it's really interesting seeing what each of us like takes from the reading, what we pick up on things and what we can kind of each like kind of speculate about or even kind of like what reading styles we prefer. It's really interesting.
And what things we care about in the book and the story,
Yeah,
and like a lot of times either one of us would be like, yeah, that happened, and I didn't think
yeah,
much of it, but the other
it's
person was like, oh man, let's dive into this.
yeah. It could be like, oh, I didn't even pick it up, and you're like, oh, this section really bothered me, blah blah blah. Yes, that's it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
And little nuances. It's fun to go, hey, like with the weird using the oath stone to
mm,
command
yeah,
move his people around. It's like, did I read that was that
yeah.
way? And like, I don't know. I didn't. So then you like start to go, I don't know. Is that happening that way?
Yeah, and it's fun to like speculate as well on stuff because when it's just you reading, you can just read the book. Like I don't really like close the book and have like theories about what's gonna happen. I just kind of read it and go, oh, okay. But when you get to talk about it, maybe that would be cool, or things like that.
Yeah, that's how I do most of the time too. And like anytime you go into forums and you start reading stuff, like it's kind of funny with like the King Killer Chronicles isn't complete yet. I've read both of those books a minimum of twice. They're really good. Um, but people are still like theory crafting and
Is that the Name of the
discussing.
Wind stuff?
Yeah.
I have not done that one.
Yeah. It's really good, but at
I've
this
heard.
point we don't know if we're gonna get the third book.
Yeah, that's where I was like, do I want to start another incomplete series? I'll hold off. So if the third one ever comes out, I'm probably gonna read them because I have the first one
Yeah. I
and I've
might
heard
have
they're
actually
great.
given you that one.
Maybe.
Yeah. We could do I know it was a movie. Did you ever read Ready Player One?
No.
I've read it. uh, I've read it quite a few times and listened to the audiobook's fun because it's Will Wheaton.
Oh, nice.
But it's funny is the author wrote a second Ready Player Two.
Mm,
It's not nearly as good. But the other day I went and got the audiobook for his other book called Armada, which is also narrated by Will Wheaton.
mm,
And like it's chock full of 80s pop culture references to video games, movies, and stuff, TV shows. So
yeah.
like listening to it, like, man, this might as well have just been another Ready Player One book. Um, but then this one's kind of interesting because it's a kid whose father passed away, but he's really into computer games. But then he starts to have trouble differentiating what a video game is like. Are video games coming into his reality, or is he crazy kind
Going
of
crazy.
thing?
That's interesting.
Um, so I'm in the second part. It's divided into two parts. There's a pivotal thing that happens before you get to the second part. But I'm in the second part, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
cool.
easy to listen to.
Yeah, I'll look at some stuff. So, whatever we want to do after a lot more short stories. Figure it out. If we want to do another trilogy or if we want to do it single books, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we could pick Dungeon Crawler Carl back up too.
Yeah. Or, did we do the second one?
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah. I read a little bit of the third one.
I haven't started that one.
It's more. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's still. I mean, it's not bad. It's kind of like Licanius, where it's like if it's your thing, you're gonna love it. For me, I'm like, I'll read it if you want to read it. It's fun.
Like I'll fit it. We don't have to do it for the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm going. I plan on continuing to finish. Do you
Yeah, I
have
can.
just open? Did Nick's just walk in?
Yeah. Okay.
That was just kind of funny. Your door just slowly. God, that's a huge cat.
Yeah, she's so big.
So fluffy.
So fluffy. She's
She's
big
not
and
just
fluffy.
fluffy. Yeah, she's big and
She's
fluffy.
huge, yes. Yes, so big.
She's huge, and then she's fluffy on top of that.
Like 20
Um,
pound, 20-pound cat.
Jesus. Um, let's see. Yeah, I plan on reading them at some point.
Yeah, when I pick them up from the library, I'll read them. But also, like, um, reading a little. I'm reading Malazan a little bit at a time. I need to get back to that.
I was gonna ask
Uh,
you that was my next question. How's that going?
I'm still. I had spent a lot of time, obviously, reading this book, so I'm not super far into it. Maybe 70 pages or something into it.
Okay.
I'm 11% in. So,
Hey.
hey, yeah. So I mean, it's interesting. It's really weird, which is kind of fun at the same time. 'Cause it's very much not like in the Sanderson school of fantasy,
Oh no.
which is like what a lot of Sanderson, Jordan, this, Licanius, like that sort of school of fantasy. This is very different, which is fun. Something different. But yeah, it's like every chapter's a new character and a new time period, and it's just crazy.
Yeah, and it doesn't tell you like it doesn't give you a now we're going here.
Yeah.
So good luck figuring it out.
Yeah, it trusts the reader a lot. It doesn't hold your hand. But I'll probably still keep reading it every once in a while, try to, before I forget everything, get back to it.
Yeah, if you set it down or you gloss over certain things, it's easy to just go, all right, where the fuck am I? I'm lost completely. So
Yeah, I might have to restart. It's only 70 pages, so it's not too bad.
yeah. All right, well, we can sit here and chat for forever or about whatever. So, all right, next week or next episode, Loch Lamora, the Bottled Serpent. Uh, thank you for making it this far. Like, follow, subscribe, share, leave a rating and review wherever possible. Um, I saw somebody commented on our very first Licanius video saying it'd be nice if you put like links to the chapters, like broke up the thing. Sorry, we don't necessarily go chapter by chapter right now, so that wouldn't really work.
Yeah, like I don't think it's like it was fun to do, but I also don't think it's that all that interesting because if you've read it, you just hear us poorly summarize it, and then like we don't get that much of discussion. Um, so
It's much more fun to discuss it, but also, hey, the summary there is just to be kind of a
it's
reminder of
yeah, reminder and yeah, but like when we're doing Stormlight going so in depth, it's like we've all read the book. We don't really need to do that. Because then we spend 70% of the podcast just rehashing what we've read.
yeah.
And
spending 4.5 hours on a
Yeah,
200-page section. Like that's
which
that's a lot.
was fun, but
It was
also kind
fun.
of we were going me in particular going a little bit insane after a while. Um, so yeah, I much prefer this kind of more streamlined version where you know,
It also makes it feel less like a job
yes,
because this is not a job.
no, unless somebody wants to start paying us like it, but I doubt that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Um,
who wants to pay us? Like, we'll take. I don't
do
know what
7 hour podcast. We'll just read the sections
five
and
hundred
then the
dollars
podcast.
per hour
Yeah,
per episode.
yeah. So
$500 per episode.
there's a millionaire out there. Hit us up.
Yeah, we
We'll read
gladly
whatever you
do.
want. But yeah, this. I mean, I still like doing it. I still think the summaries are necessary, but I like doing this really truncated. I'm not gonna get into like all the little nitty gritty. That's kind of what the discussion's about. So
Yeah, and the summary allows us to be reminded of certain things that can prompt discussion as well. So
yeah,
you get discussions peppered in
mm, yeah,
with that without going deep, 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 deep. So
yeah. And we're not getting caught up on like the little minutiae that we would sometimes get up on. I was like, oh wait, did this happen? Then this happened. Oh wait, no. And so it's a little bit more flow because it doesn't really matter the order sometimes. But yeah,
yeah,
it's just fun.
yeah. All right, so yeah, do all those things. Thank you so much. And then visit our sponsor, Mudcat Whiskers, mudcatwhiskers.com. Use code Paperweights, and you're going to save yourself some money. And we're going to see you next time.